Hey guys, Time Movie Database here. It is time for the final Oscar 2021 nomination predictions. The nominations are going to come out next week, and I am super pumped to share my final predictions with you guys. But before I get into that, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So for Best Picture, if they do 10, so I currently have Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Minari, Mank, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, One Night in Miami, Sound of Metal, Judas and the Black Messiah, and The Father. If they did 10 nominees, I think The Father would be a good shot. I don't think they're gonna take out Judas. I don't see Judas getting snubbed, because if it did, it's like crap. So these are my 10 Best Picture predictions. Now my alternates are Soul, Da 5 Bloods, and News of the World. So for director, the predicted nominees are Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, David Fincher for Mank, and then Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of the Chicago 7. If the Oscars were gonna snub anyone in director, I think it would be Aaron Sorkin. Or I don't think the Oscars are gonna snub David Fincher. They love David Fincher. But if Aaron Sorkin was snubbable, my alternates would be Regina King from One Night in Miami, Spike Lee for Da 5 Bloods, Florian Zeller for The Father, Shaka King for Judas, and then Paul Greengrass for News of the World. I could see the director of Sound of Metal being an alternate, but I'm not really sure if the Oscars are actually going to go for it. So those are my predicted nominees for director. Now for Best Actress, the predicted nominees are Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, and Andra Day for The United States vs. Billie Holiday. So, after her shocking Golden Globe win, Andra Day skyrockets into the top 5. But if the Oscars were to snub her, outside of the core 4, the alternates would be Zendaya for Malcolm and Marie, Sidney Flanigan for Never Really Sometimes Always, who I want to see get nominated, Yeri Han for Minari, Sophia Loren for The Life Ahead, and as a wild card, Amy Adams for Hillbilly Elegy. I don't think the Oscars are gonna go for them. I think they're gonna go with the 5th slot for Andra Day, so it's gonna be pretty tough to predict. So for Best Actor, the predicted nominees are Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins for The Father, Steven Yeun for Minari, and Gary Oldman for Mank. My alternates, if they took out Gary Oldman, it could be Delroy Lindo in Da 5 Bloods, who unfortunately has not been getting a lot of love from the mainstream awards, from the Golden Globes and the BAFTAs and the Screen Actors Guild Awards. I'm not really sure if they're gonna nominate Delroy Lindo for the Oscar. It could possibly happen, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Kingsley Ben-Adir for One Night in Miami, who's not been getting a lot of love, but could sneak in. Tahar Rahim for The Mauritanian, who's been nominated for the Golden Globe and the BAFTA. Lakeith Stanfield for Judas, who has not gotten a lot of love, and then Tom Hanks for News of the World, who was nominated for the Critics' Choice. So I could see Gary Oldman snubbable at this point. So for supporting actress, this is a really tough category because I'm torn between Maria Bakalova and Ya Xiaoyun to win the Oscar, since Maria Bakalova just won the Critics' Choice. So I don't see Bakalova being a potential J-Lo who got snubbed for the Oscar for Hustlers, who also got snubbed at the BAFTAs. So the predicted nominees for supporting actress are Maria Bakalova for Borat, subsequent movie film, Ya Xiaoyun for Minari, Amanda Seyfried of Mank, Olivia Colman for The Father, and then Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. If the Oscars were to snub Glenn Close, they could go for like Dominique Fishback for Judas, Helena Zengel for News of the World, who's gotten a lot of love, Jodie Foster after her Golden Globe win, Ellen Burstyn for Pieces of a Woman, and then my wild card pick for an alternate, Olivia Cooke for Sound of Metal, who's not gotten a lot of love, but I really loved Olivia Cooke's performance in Sound of Metal, so I hope she gets nominated for something. I wish she got nominated for something. She could be an alternate. So for supporting actor, the predicted nominees are Daniel Kaluuya for Judas, the frontrunner, Paul Raci for Sound of Metal, Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of the Chicago 7, Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, and then Chadwick Boseman for Da 5 Bloods. So I think they're gonna nominate Chadwick Boseman twice. That could happen. He could be the first black actor to receive 2 posthumous nominations. That could be historic. But it's gotta be Daniel Kaluuya's category to lose. No contest. But a few alternates would be Bill Murray for On the Rocks, who's nominated for the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice. My wild card pick would be Bo Burnham for Promising Young Woman, which a lot of Promising Young Woman fans want him to get nominated, but I doubt it's gonna happen. David Strathairn for Nomadland, getting zero recognition. Glenn Turman for Ma Rainey, zero recognition. And then, unfortunately, an alternate would be Jared Leto for The Little Things, who's been nominated for the Golden Globe and SAG. I don't expect Jared Leto to get a nomination. I don't think the Oscars are even going to go for him. But if that happens, I'm jumping out my window. So for Best Adapted Screenplay, the predicted nominees are Nomadland, One Night in Miami, The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and News of the World. So, if anything was snubbable, I could see Ma Rainey and News of the World being kicked out. And I could see it being replaced by Borat, which was nominated for the WGA. First Cow, I could see happening. I'm thinking of ending things I hope could see happen. The Mauritanian, which was nominated for the BAFTA for adapted screenplay, and then my wild card pick would be Pieces of a Woman. So if they were to snub anything, I would snub Ma Rainey and News of the World. So for best original screenplay, my new frontrunner is a Promising Young Woman after the Critics' Choice. But I could see Trial like squeezing in and taking something like the Golden Globe, like at the Golden Globes. So my predicted nominees are Promising Young Woman, Trial of Chicago 7, Minari, Sound of Metal, and Mank. If anything was snubbable, it would be Mank, and I could see Judas, Never Rarely, Sometimes Always, Soul, Da 5 Bloods, or Palm Springs like take the fifth slot over Mank. Palm Springs was nominated for the WGA, so that could be a possibility, but I really want Judas or Soul or Never Rarely, Sometimes Always to get nominated. I'd also be happy with Palm Springs getting nominated, but I don't know what they're going to snub in original screenplay. I think they're just going to go with the top 5. So for best cinematography, I have Nomadland, Mank, Minari, News of the World, and Judas and the Black Messiah. My alternates would be Tenet, Da 5 Bloods, First Cow, The Midnight Sky, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I can't really comment on this category. For film editing, the predicted nominees are Trial of Chicago 7, Sound of Metal, after tying with Chicago 7 at the Critics' Choice, Nomadland, The Father, and Mank. I have 3 alternates, and they are Tenet, Promising Young Woman, which just got nominated for the ACE Awards, and then Judas, which I could see Promising Young Woman and Judas squeezing in, but I think it could take down The Father and Mank, but I'm not clear on editing. So for costume design, the predicted nominees are Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, Emma, News of the World, and Mulan. I don't see any like big snubs, but I don't have an alternate, so I'm not a costume design expert. Same for production design. I think it's gotta be the same nominees. Ma Rainey, Mank, Emma. No wait. Why do I have Ma Rainey at the front? I meant to have Mank at the front. But I think Mank is gonna take this. So the predicted nominees are Mank, Ma Rainey, Emma, News of the World, and Mulan. I'm supposed to have Mank at the front, but oh well. So for best makeup, I have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, Emma, Birds of Prey, and Hillbilly Elegy. For best sound, my predicted nominees are Sound of Metal, Mank, my wild card pick is Soul, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Tenet. I don't really see any big alternates. For visual effects, the predicted nominees are Tenet, Mank, The Midnight Sky, Soul, my wild card pick again, and Welcome to Chechnya, however you pronounce that. So the last slot is gonna be like the first documentary to be nominated for best visual effects. I could see that happening. For best score, the predicted nominees are Soul, Mank, Minari, News of the World, and The Midnight Sky. Sorry, Tenet fans, but I'm kicking Tenet off my list. For best song, Speak Now, EOC Scene from The Life Ahead, Speak Now from My Name, Miami, Fight for You from Judas, Hear My Voice from Chicago 7, and I'm going with Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest. So for best animated feature, these are gonna be the predicted top 5, unless they go for Croods. Soul, Wolfwalkers, Onward, Over the Moon, and Shaun the Sheep movie Farmageddon. And I'm not doing short film categories. I'm not a short film expert, so the last category is going to be documentary feature. And the predicted nominees are Time, Boy State, Collective, Welcome to Chechnya, however you pronounce that, and Dick Johnson is Dead. I could see like All In, The Fight for Democracy, or Crip Camp getting in, but I think those are going to be the predicted top 5. That is it for this prediction video. Let me know what you think is going to get nominated and what you think is going to get snubbed down below in the comments. Let me know what your predictions are. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. So, see you next week.